to purchase new breasts, but they feel this womanness, so all of those things come up, and all this stuff is like new discussion, but it's necessary, unfortunately, because the world is changing, and children are identifying as young as 4 and 5 years old as trans. We got the princess boy.
Oh, exactly.
So it's not going away anytime soon.
Exactly. You're exactly right. My wife worked with small children, and when she comes home and she shares her stories and some of the things, it's happening. It's happening fast. Faster than we realize.
And it always has been this way. It's just that we're willing to listen.
Okay.
We're willing to pay. This is nothing new. It's not happening more rapidly. There aren't more gay people than there ever were in the world. This is nothing new.
Well, I think what is new is that the gay people are finally taking their veil off.
Of course.
They're taking their mask off.
Right.
And they're beginning to understand that it's safe and that I can stop hiding. And I think that will bring about more acceptance when you have more high-profile people that get the exposure and able to come out and say, this is who I am. It's kind of like when Ellen did it.
Right.
And there are a lot more professional athletes that's still hiding that need to come out to break this mold or this stereotype of what it is and what it isn't.
Well, that's good because that does provide discussion. But change in the world, look at the civil rights, it happens grassroots.
Yeah.
So we need the little people. If you have a safe opportunity to share who your life is or to live your life fully, live your life.
Definitely.
It's a grass, it's the small people in communities. It's you telling your cousin, I heard what you said, and,
Baby, round 1. Let's get ready to rumble!
Well, no, I heard what you said, and I found it offensive. You use the model when I felt,
Well, since you went back on that one, it's funny because a lot of people haven't experienced that, and they were really hurt. They were typing, their hurt on Facebook and sharing their experience, how they realized how their family member really and truly felt. And I had my bout 2 years ago when I announced that I was getting married, and I found out true feelings. And I found out
people who've known you all
my life,
knew your team, knew what
I've never been in the closet,
but then all of a sudden,
I don't approve of that. I was like, wow, I didn't ask for permission.
But not permission to get married, permission to live your life.
I didn't ask for that permission either. So I found out that in our community we have this little saying that people tolerate you. And I found out who was actually tolerating me. So now with the Caitlyn Jenner announcement, a lot of people found out who in their family was tolerating them. And they were having these outbursts on Facebook, and I knew what was going on. It was really interesting. So I always tell my friends that are embarking on the journey of joining as a couple in marriage, be prepared.
It's interesting that you would talk about people who are not in the community. But there's this amount of self-hate within the community.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you in a minute. All that ain't necessary. Keep it quiet or keep calm. You don't have to be that,
Yes.
Within the community, from within the community.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Well, you need to tap on the racism in the community. It's in the words of Brother Malcolm, who taught you to hate yourself?
In the words of Father, I can't remember his name, but he asked the question about Adam and Eve. Who told you were naked?
And that's something.
Who told you were naked?
Right.
They went to God and said, I'm naked.
Right.
But who told you were naked? I mean, where'd you get that information from?
Right. I guess once they bit the apple, I don't know.
I don't know, but where'd you get that information from?
How did you come up with the word? But my point is this. People are something else. I mean, they forget their transgressions. They forget the mercy and the grace that God bestowed upon them. I hate using that, but they forget. They forget where they come from.
I think they remember them, but it's so scary. Vulnerability, being open, being exposed is very scary.
It is.
It's a very scary thing. I need to hold you in bondage.
Yes.
So you don't see what's holding me in money.
Now you're preaching. Preach,
No,
Reverend.
I'm serious. I need to hold you there. So you can't see me clearly. I need to put, blinders on you, put a pillowcase over you, so you can't see me. I'm just as broken, as twisted, and as malfunctioned as you know.
Well, you see it all the time. For instance, the 19 and counting family.
Bless their heart.
The Duggars.
Yeah, we dug a little deep and we found out.
That son was a big advocate for discrimination against the LGBTQ community. He said, "Do not trust gay men around your sons and your children," and he was the molester.
That's how. Look at the Catholic priest.
Well, I mean, we're talking about like people that, and then the Republican speaker.
Lancaster or something.
Yes.
But here's the thing: they're all wounded people.
But these people that have been in position
they have power,
to cause a lot of harm to the LGBTQ community.
They do.
And you didn't hear what Huckabee said, did you?
Yeah, he said something about
if he could
in high school,
he would be transgender, so he could get in the shower with girls.
Yeah. And so that whole mindset, that whole set of thinking. Yeah.
I said he publicly said that. He publicly said that. Yeah.
We have to be careful. People are wounded. They are broken. And if you don't treat that stuff, if you don't take care of your brokenness, your woundness, self-hatred turns to outside hatred.
Come on.
And, I mean, you just have to be careful with life.
Well,
handle life better.
If I'm not mistaken, we had, I think, 2 suicides in the last week or two of young teenage transgenders committing suicide.
Is it Brock Bennington that comes to mind? Who was prom king out in North Carolina, South Carolina. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, the weight was so heavy.
Yeah.
And
Brock was an activist, a social advocate in the community there.
And see, it's interesting you call him that, but all Brock decided to do was live his life. I think we put too much little pressure on him because he was only 19 years old, 18, 19. So,
well, that's what he said. Brock led the charge and won the king and did everything out, but you probably was dying on the inside without the pressure. Because it's not an easy walk, and it takes a strong person to walk this walk, and that's what we talk about, because you have to be able to stand up against the attacks, and you also have to be knowledgeable when the people try to attack you and use things to condemn you, especially the Bible.
Mm-hmm. Bishop Skeet and I have talked about people coming out and people not coming out. Yeah. Bishop Skeet and I kind of say, come out when you can. If you can't, you stay in safety,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's something. We've had a great time with Soul Sister #1, Floridia Jackson. How can people get in contact with Memphis School of Service Leadership?
So we're online. Well, first of all, like everybody else, we got a Facebook page.
All right.
And our telephone number is 901-320-7005.
Mm-hmm. We're
at 258 North Merton. Mm-hmm. Classes start in August, late August, September. Find us at our webpage at www.Servant Leadership School Memphis. Mm-hmm. And so find us. Journey with us. Take a journey with us.
Do you offer financial aid or
financial aid? Financial aid?
Yeah.
No, we make this affordable for everybody. Okay. Most of our opportunities are free.
Okay.
God is gracious, and we feel like this work is important. So most of what we do is free. Mm-hmm. We try to make it where everybody can come to the table.
Right.
Anything you want to say to the listeners or your followers, to your old lady? Anything you want to say?
Oh my God. I think my closet door just
yeah.
Oh my God. We were safe. No, I do want to say this. You guys are trailblazers, pioneers. I mean, whatever it is, y'all are it. This is amazing what you're doing. Now, but as a team, as mother and son, this is great. And I am just, it's a privilege to say I'm proud of you. That takes a, I don't have that right.
Well,
but you make me proud.
We received that.
You make me proud.
Didn't your dad listen to the show?
He did, and he said, "Now, are you sure you want to go on that show?"
Hey, Daddy.
Was he cutting up?
Hey, Daddy.
Are you sure that's what you want to do? But you know what?
We can rein him in if we need to.
He is the most loving, most wonderful man that I know.
That's good for you. Good.
He is a wonderful man.
Hey, Dad, you got a great daughter over here. She can preach too, Daddy.
Oh, I think he knows this. Don't worry.
She had everybody at church crying when she preached last time.
Yeah, she's a wonderful. So, you still didn't say hi to anyone?
Oh no, Teresa's reading my heart right now.
Oh,
And so she's getting the vibe even through the airwaves.
Oh,
So
I hear ya.
I mean, this is already happening.
Yeah.
You got to step my game up, Sean.
Exactly. Teresa's getting this vibe even through the airwaves. I mean, you know, she's the reason I'm able to be here.
I hear you. Well, like my mother said earlier, we are seeking sponsors. If you want to advertise your show, anything of that nature, give us a call. Look us up on Facebook. We'll be back on next week. We have a great show next week. We have Memphis Black Pride coming up in Father's Day weekend. We're just doing our thing right now.
We just want to send a big shout out to our listeners, our listening fan, Mike Anderson.
Michael.
What's going on, Mike? Faye Wilson in Atlanta, Georgia. Kiva McGee,
Maestro.
Chicago.
Kiva.
Terry Lumpkin, get well. Oh, my lovely
Jailbird.
wife. My mom.
Team.
Everybody out there in Radio Land, we just want to say thanks for your support. Oh, Robert Woods over there in Jonesboro. We appreciate you. And all of our supporters, all our Unleashers. We're looking for volunteers to join us, join our team. We got some things coming up this fall. We're going to be back into the empowerment business. We just have a lot going on, and I just thank God so much for giving us a vehicle to get our message out there, giving us this roadmap. And Davey and I, we're obedient. So I just thank God right now. Everything is going good. We're in our enlightenment period. We're intentional about what we do. We try to bring good things into the radio, into our studio. And we hope to keep bringing you impactful guests to the radio show, such as Floridia and people out there that's doing the work that you all may not know about but need to know about. So look her up on Facebook. She's a fireball of information and she'll never let you go.
Okay, Long Wind, that's enough. End of the show.
But anyway,
gosh,
we appreciate
shout out to Curtis and John. Ow! We'll be back next week. Long Wind.
I should have whooped him.
Wait, I just want to wish my cousins.
You got, hurry up.
Come on.
Well, I want
Come
to
on
call them
in.
all by name.
No, you got 10 seconds.
What do you mean I have 10 seconds?
We're about to
Do you know
go
how many
off.
cousins I have? Do you know how many cousins I have?
Well, you won't get their names